Welcome to Coin Explorer. Imagine reaching into your pocket and pulling out a small coin that most people would barely notice. It looks simple, familiar, and ordinary. The surface shows the year 1971, and the metal carries the quiet shine of a United States quarter dollar. For decades, coins like this passed through the hands of millions of people. They moved through grocery stores, gas stations, coffee shops, and vending machines. Most people never stopped to study them. They simply spent them and moved on. But collectors often remind us of something fascinating. Sometimes the most ordinary objects can hide extraordinary stories. A coin that once seemed completely normal can later become the center of attention in the collecting world. The real story of the 1971 quarter begins exactly there, in that surprising space between ordinary and remarkable. Let us begin with the front side of the coin known as the obverse. Here we see the unmistakable portrait of George Washington, the first president of the United States. His profile faces to the left with a calm and confident expression. Above his head is the word Liberty carved along the upper rim of the coin. To the left side of the portrait appears the phrase, "In God We Trust," a motto that has appeared on American coins for generations. At the bottom of the coin, the date 1971 quietly marks the year this piece of currency was created. This design first appeared on the quarter in the early 20th century and has remained one of the most recognizable coin portraits in American history. When the coin is turned over, the reverse side reveals another classic design. At the center stands a powerful American eagle, wings stretched wide as if ready to rise into the air. Beneath the eagle are arrows, symbolizing strength and protection. Just below them lie olive branches, a traditional symbol of peace. Above the eagle appear the words United States of America, along with the Latin phrase e pluribus unum, meaning out of many, one. At the bottom edge, the coin clearly states its value with the words quarter dollar. This design was used on quarters for many decades, making it instantly recognizable to generations of Americans. The year 1971 arrived during a time of change in American coin production. Only a few years ago, the United States Mint had stopped producing most circulating coins with silver. Instead, the Mint introduced a copper-nickel clad composition. This change allowed coins to be produced more efficiently while still remaining durable enough for everyday use. The 1971 quarter therefore represents a period when American coinage was adjusting to new economic realities. Although these coins were made for daily transactions, collectors today study them carefully. Small details in design, preservation, and production can make a surprising difference in how a coin is viewed. At the time of its release, millions of 1971 quarters entered circulation. They were used for bus fares, parking meters, arcade games, and small purchases across the country. Because so many were produced, most examples remain common today. Yet collectors know that numbers alone do not tell the full story. What truly matters is how many coins survived in exceptional condition. A coin that remained protected from heavy wear may still show crisp lines and strong details. When collectors encounter such examples decades later, they immediately recognize the difference. Another detail collectors often examine is the mint mark. This small letter indicates where the coin was produced. During this era, quarters were mainly struck at the Philadelphia Mint and the Denver Mint. Coins produced in Denver typically carry a small D, while those from Philadelphia may appear without a mark depending on the year's minting practice. These tiny details might seem insignificant at first glance, yet for collectors, they provide important clues about the coin's origin and production history. Condition plays an even larger role in determining a coin's appeal. Experts study the coin's surface carefully, examining both the smooth areas and the raised design. They look for scratches, marks, or signs of wear. The hair details on Washington's portrait and the feather patterns on the eagle are especially important. When these details remain sharp and clear, it suggests the coin avoided heavy circulation. Another important feature is mint luster, the natural glow that appears when light reflects across the metal surface. Coins that display strong luster and minimal wear may receive high grades from professional grading services. These organizations carefully inspect coins and assign them condition ratings based on strict standards. A coin graded at the top levels can appear almost identical to the day it left the mint. Because so few coins survive in such remarkable condition, collectors are often willing to compete strongly when one appears at auction. Over time, the hobby of coin collecting has developed into a global community. Enthusiasts, historians, and investors all study coins for different reasons. Some collectors enjoy the historical connection, while others focus on rarity and preservation. Within this community, certain coins occasionally become famous because of their condition or unique characteristics. Auction houses sometimes present exceptional examples that stand far above ordinary coins. In one widely discussed situation connected with a 1971 quarter, an extremely well-preserved example reportedly reached an auction result close to $999,000. It's important to understand that such outcomes involved extraordinary circumstances. The coin must possess exceptional preservation, professional authentication, and strong collector demand. These factors combine to create a rare moment in the marketplace. Stories like this often capture the imagination of collectors around the world. People begin searching their coin jars and spare change, wondering if something unusual might be hiding there. While most coins remain ordinary, the excitement of discovery keeps the hobby alive. Every collector remembers the moment they first examined a coin closely and realized it might have a story behind it. Examining coins carefully can be surprisingly enjoyable. A magnifying glass, good lighting, and patience are usually enough to begin exploring. Looking closely at the design details can reveal features that are easy to overlook at first glance. Even when a coin turns out to be common, the process of discovery can still feel rewarding. The artistic craftsmanship of the 1971 quarter deserves attention. The portrait of Washington was carefully sculpted before being adapted into a metal engraving. On the reverse side, the eagle's wings and feathers display impressive detail. These small artistic choices give the coin a sense of balance and strength. Even though the coin was created for everyday use, it still carries the work of skilled engravers. For collectors, coins like the 1971 quarter represent more than just currency. They're small pieces of history that traveled through countless hands over decades. Each coin may have passed through stores, wallets, and banks before eventually finding its way into a collection. That journey adds depth to something that might otherwise seem ordinary. So, the next time you see a 1971 United States quarter dollar, take a closer look before spending it. Notice the portrait, the eagle, and the small details carved into the metal. Remember that while most coins remain simple 25-cent pieces, exceptional examples can sometimes attract remarkable attention in the collecting world. The difference between ordinary and extraordinary often lies in preservation, rarity, and the curiosity of collectors who choose to look closer. If you enjoy discovering the hidden stories behind everyday coins, keep exploring and learning. The world of coin collecting is full of surprising history, and sometimes the most ordinary coin can lead to the most fascinating story.